Okay. So far, our classmates sent, there's another formula. Later, we will be entertaining that. Another formula sent by our classmates, and that is A sub n is equal to 7n plus 1. Let's see. Ayan, there are 4 formulas sent by our classmates. Tignan muna natin. Which among these matches our pattern, 1, 8, 15, and 22. We can do that by substituting the first 4 terms kasi we have the first 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in our n. So let's try. 7 times 1, that's 7. Oh no, first term pa lang. Hindi na siya pwede. And if that's the case, wrong. Wrong na siya. Okay? Okay. So again, after making your formula, you need to try substituting 1, 2, 3, and 4 in your formula to double check. Kasi if one of those terms do not match or what does not match your pattern, your pattern will already be wrong, where your formula will already be wrong. Okay? Let's have this next one, the blue one. So let's substitute. A sub 1 is equal to 7 times 1 minus 6. And that becomes A sub 1 is equal to 7 minus 6, that's 1. Oy, may chance. May chance. Mamaya natin itutuloy yun. Subukan muna natin yung iba. Okay, let's give a little more suspense. May chance pa si blue, si green, let's see. So A sub 1 is equal to 7 minus 1. Oh no, this is 6. And it's no pwede. So therefore, hindi siya pwede kasi the first term should be 1. So far, standing still si blue. Let's now continue with the brown. A sub n is equal to 7n plus 1. Let's see if it will match. A sub 1 is equal to 7 times 1 plus 1. That becomes 7 plus 1, 8. Oh no, your first term should be 1 and not 8. Nakuha niya with this formula is the second term. And no pwede. No pwede. Now let's continue the lock of our blue formula. Ready? Sa tingin ko po, 6n plus 2. Okay. Let's also try that. Let that be the purple. Black na lang yan. Sa tingin ko po, A sub 1 is, A sub n is equal to 6n plus 2. This is another proposition from our classmates. Try muna natin. A sub 1 is equal to 6 times 1 plus 2. That becomes 6 plus 2 and that is 8. And di pa rin pwede kasi 1 dapat ang first term nyo. Let's continue the lack of color blue. A sub 2 is equal to 7. Sir, ask ko lang po if kailangan i-follow yung pattern na 7. Actually, hindi naman required na pina-follow lagi yon kasi you can make lots of formulas out of this. Hindi lamang 7 yung pwede mong gamitin. Okay? Pero later, I will be asking the blue person here, the blue formula maker, to explain to us how he did this. Okay? So let's continue with the second term. 7 times 2 minus 6, that becomes 14. 14 minus 6, that's 8. Wow, may chance. Pwede. Next, a sub 3. 7 times 3 minus 6, that becomes 7, 14, 21. 21 minus 6, that's 15. Oy, check. And the last term. Subukan natin. A sub 4 is equal to 7 times 4, that becomes 7, 14, 21, 28. 28 minus 6, that's 22. Wow, perfect. So this is our formula. And the maker of this formula is Mar Wilson. Mar Wilson, would you like to open your cam and your microphone and help us understand How were you able to get this formula? Go. The screen is yours, Mar Wilson.
Sir, ginamit ko po yung yung AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 multiplied by D.
D. Oh, sige, tuloy mo. Explain mo nga.
Sir, paano po yung drawing?
Okay. Wait lang. Can you annotate?
D po, sir.
Hindi. Sige. Sige. Sabihin mo tapos gagawin ko habang sinasabi mo. Ready? Sige. Game. Sabihin nga.
Gagamitin po natin yung AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 multiplied by D. And substitute po natin yung A1 which is the first term, which is 7. And yung difference po, which I got from subtracting each term to each other.
So ito
7 din po.
This is 7 then. Tapos
po, yung difference po, didistribute po sa N minus 1.
Tapos
so yung answer po doon is 7N minus 7.
7 plus 7N minus 7. Tama? Tapos combine like terms daw siya.
Ay, sir, yung first term po, 1 po pala.
Okay. The first term is
1.
Okay. Ayun. So the first term pala dito, it's not 7. It is 1.
1 po.
1. Correct. Because look at the formula. Our formula there is, the first term is 1. Okay? Very good. So, substitute daw. That becomes 1 plus 7n minus 7. Tama? And then combine like terms. That becomes a sub n is equal to 7n minus 6. That's it. So Mar Wilson made use of this. He made use of this. There. If it is addition or subtraction, use this. Kapag nagpa-plus tayo, looking at the pattern, if we are adding or subtracting in the pattern, we will use this, sabi ni Mar Wilson. Okay, of course, because that's what's in the module. Very good. So you know that your classmate really read what's in the module. That's correct. Very good. Now, what if, by the way, did you get that process? Show any reaction from our reactions bar based on how you understood the explanation or the process of Mar Wilson. It's also okay to show negative reactions kung hindi nyo gets. Again, hindi lamang po positive reactions yung hinihili ko. Kung nalilito kayo, nahihirapan, naguguluhan, feel free to use negative reactions. Okay? Okay. So far naman, I'm waiting for negative reactions. Wala naman. Medyo nagugulat lang sila. Okay. But is it understandable? Sir, pwede po pa-repeat yung process? Sure, I will. Okay. Now, there is also another way, aside from Mar Wilson's process, that's correct. It's in the module. I will also explain that later again. And now, there is also another process na ito, ako hindi ko ginagamit. Although nasa module at nilagay ko yon, hindi ko ginagamit yun. Ginagamit ko yung the other process, yung naglalaro ako sa mga numbers, pinaglalaroan ko yung mga numbers para sumakto dun sa mga terms. And how is that? Let's try this. Okay, wait lang. Let me clear things up here. Okay, but we are already solved that our formula is that. Okay. I'll teach you naman one more way. Ito, mental way lang siya. Kasi ayoko nagme-memorize kasi ng formula. What I do kasi as a math learner, when I was a learner, and actually even now that I'm already teaching, tinitingnan ko yung konteksto ng problem, ng process. Tapos, doon ako naglalaro kung paano ko ba ito mas magagawang maintindihan nang hindi ko gagamitin yung formula. Oh, that's what I will teach you now. Ready? It's very simple. Ready? Pero, trusted way na yung sinabi ni Mar Wilson because that's the common and general knowledge. Okay? Let's have this. Una, of course, we need to identify the pattern. 7. At gagamitin natin yung 7 na yon. Okay? So that's simple. That becomes A sub n is equal to, dahil 7 yung pattern natin, it's like, remember, this is the first term, the second term, the third term, and the fourth term. Yung mga number of terms na yon, those are the numbers that we substitute in our n. Since our pattern is plus n, so 7n, when I do 7n, and substitute 1, the first term, I should end up with 1. Ayun. So, in my mind, let's try to work this out in our mind. 7 yung pattern, and then my n. That's the number of terms. So, imagine natin, 7 times 1, that becomes 7. Tama? 7. However, our first term is 1. What should I do with 7 to make it 1? Sige nga. What should I do with 7 to make it 1?
Names. They are the common names. Good, Nibay.
Type in the chat box. Very good. Bawasan niyo ng 6. Minus 6. So, 7n minus 6. That's the formula. Tapos. Walang formula. Gets po yun? One more. Ready? Let's try 3, 8, 13, 18. Ready? Gamitin natin yung process na yon. Let's do that process. What's the pattern for a while? What's the pattern? What's the pattern? Okay, add 5. So plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. So automatically, I will already make A sub n is equal to 5n. Can you follow? Now, let's try this. Kasi always remember, meron tayo ditong first term, second term, third term, fourth term. And these are what we are substituting in our n. Let's try. Let's play with it. So 5 times 1, the first term, it's 5. What will I do to make it 3? What will I do to make it 3? What will I do to make it 3? Type in the chat box. We should subtract 2. So that becomes 3 na. So therefore, minus 2 ang ilalagay ko doon. That's it. Finish. Got it? Let's try nga. Baka naman sa una lang po pwede, sir. Sa susunod, di naman pwede. Let's try. Let's have 2. Substitute 2. 5 times 2, 10. Minus 2, 8. Pasok. Let's try 3. 5 times 3, 15. Minus 2, 15 minus 2, that's 13. Pasok. Can you follow? Next. 5 times 4, 20. Minus 2, 18. Pasok. Can you follow? Show a reaction in your reaction bar about that topic, about that process. Ayun. So you, even without the formula, you can identify the process. Can you follow? So that's just one of the many processes. Okay? So let's continue. What about this naman? Ready? What if our process is like this? Okay, pattern making lang tayo kasi mamaya mabilis lang kasi may formula yung arithmetic eh. That's very easy. Let's have, I want you to learn the process muna, the skill of making the explicit form. A sub, for example, our given is 20, 17.
For the proper noun,
14, 11, etc. What's the pattern? Sige nga, try to make your own based on what we learned a while ago. Okay, -3 is the pattern. Yes, we are subtracting 3. Correct. Minus 3. Minus 3. Minus 3. Now, make your own explicit form. Your choice, which process? Will you use the formula or will you use another way? Game. I'll wait for your formula.
I can see.
Ba't wala pang formula? Okay, so May tried a formula. Sige nga. Let's try this. This one by May. A sub n is equal to negative 3n plus 23. Sige, let's wait for the rest. Meron bang hahamon kay May? Let's try muna the formula made by May. Okay, let's try the first term. Always remember there are always 1, 2, 3, 4 onwards there. Those are the number of terms. Okay, these are the number of terms. So let's substitute a sub 1. A sub 1 is equal to negative 3 times 1 plus 23. So that becomes negative 3 plus 23, and that is 20. Perfect. For the first one, check. Let's try the next one. A sub 2 is equal to negative 3 times 2 plus 23. So that becomes negative 6 plus 23, and that is 17. Perfect. Correct. Next, a sub 3. That becomes negative 3 times 3 plus 23. That becomes negative 9 plus 23. And that is, what's the answer? 14. Perfect. Okay, so going strong ang formula ni May. And finally, for the last one, let's try a sub 4. That becomes negative 3 times 4 plus 23. That's negative 12 plus 23, and that is 11. Wow, perfect. Very good, May. Congratulations. Virtual appreciation. Virtual congratulations for May Maneha. Congratulations. Galing. So actually, that's just the same process, right? May, would you like to explain? Open your camera, open your microphone, and explain your process. What did you do here? Sige nga. I will follow your solution.
If you can smell it, 3B, that now.
Ginawa ko lang po yung sinabi niyo.
Sige, paano? Game.
Identify the common differences po.
Tapos?
Yeah.
Tapos, magiging negative 3 po. Tapos, inano ko po yung nth term. Negative 3 times n. Tapos po, pag na-identify ko po, kapag addition po yung katulad po nung yung common difference po, pag addition po, minus po. Tapos pag minus po yung common difference, yung add mo, magiging addition po.
Very good.
Plus 20.
Okay, very good. Congratulations, May. So may napansin siyang pattern. That's it. That's our topic, finding the patterns. Kasi patterns talaga yung pinag-uusapan natin. She noticed na kapag pala positive yung inyong common difference, nagma-minus ka para sumakto sa first term. At kapag negative naman yung inyong common difference, magpa-plus ka sa inyong result para makuha mo yung first term. Very good. Okay, so subukan natin, ha? So, going back to the process of May, negative 3, ayun yon. And then multiply nyo sa n, the number of terms. And then let's try. Trial and error lang kasi ito eh. Negative 3 times the first term, 1, is negative 3. What should we add to negative 3 para maging 20? Kasi dapat 20 yung first term. So, dapat, ang sagot dito ay positive 23. Kasi pag kinambine mo to, that becomes 20. Okay? So therefore, plus 23, ilalagay mo siya dito, plus 23. That's the formula. Okay? Now there's a question here. Very good. There's another question. Sir, pwede po ba yung a sub n is equal to negative 3 plus n? Let's try. Siyempre, hindi ko naman sasabing mali kung hindi natin tatatry. Hindi ko naman sasabing hindi pwede yan. Kasi always remember, in math, there's no such thing as automatic, you're a perfect mathematician agad. No. You should learn different things for you to learn the process. Kaya nga, sobrang dami ng mga binigay kong example sa inyong module para ma-practice ninyo. Okay? There's a question here. Pwede po bang a sub n is equal to negative 3 plus n? Subukan natin. Hindi ko sinasabing may maling formula. Unless we try, we won't know. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, when you make your formula, you should always try the first 4 terms. Kung tama yung kung tama. Kasi kapag nag-match na yung first 4 terms, congratulations. Goods na yon. Okay? Let's have this. A sub 1 should be 20. Subukan natin. A sub n is equal to negative 3 plus going back 1. Okay? Kasi first term natin yung 1. So therefore, kapag ginawa natin yun, that becomes negative 3 plus 1. That is negative 2. Is it 20? Kapag hindi nag-match sa inyong first term, your formula has incomplete components. Remember that. Kapag hindi siya nag-match kahit na isa lang sa mga terms mo, therefore, meron ka pang kulang na process. Kasi always remember, kailangan mo rin tingnan yung mga first terms ninyo. Okay? Now, if ever you're having difficulty with the process I taught you, then you can go back to our formula. Balik tayo dito. Balik na tayo dito sa tinuro kanina ni Mar Wilson. Ayan. Through the use of this formula. Okay? The given a while ago was 20. Ito, this is for all na. Okay? 20, 17, 14, 11. Okay? So, all we have to do is to use this formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Ayan. This is the formula for the arithmetic sequence, which will be our next topic. Okay, arithmetic sequence. So, what we have to do here now is to simply find your a sub 1, your first term. And then, n, number of terms, you know that already, the number of terms. And d, the common difference. Here, the common difference. Ayan. O, dito na tayo. So, our first term is 20. No problem. Okay na tayo doon. Okay? So, a sub 1 is 20. Next, our common difference is the pattern we are identifying ever since. So, we have here minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. Tama? So, our common difference is negative 3. Can you follow? After that, once we have identified our a sub 1 and the common difference, then we're done. We will now move on with our formula. So using the formula, let's already remove this. Okay, all we need to do is to just simply substitute our given a sub 1 and d. So we have here a sub n is equal to, what's our a sub 1? Type in the chat box, please. What is our A sub 1?
If it is used for both
20. Correct. You just type 20 here. 20
they have no life.
plus
They have
n minus
no
1 retains as n minus 1.
here for math.
And then what's our common difference? Type it in the chat box, please. I would like to see if you can identify it. What's our common difference? -3. Perfect. That's -3. Okay. Now, tandaan. Remember, kapag negative po yan, huwag ninyong ilalagay na -3. Okay. Huwag nyo pong -3. Yung iba nilalagay lang nila dito, -3. Why? It will look like you are just simply subtracting 3. Always remember to put parentheses whenever you multiply kasi the process here is multiplication. Okay? Then just continue solving. Just like what Mary Wilson said a while ago, didistribute nyo po yung -3 sa mga nasa loob ng parentheses. Okay? So you will have here A sub n is equal to 20 plus -3 times n, that's -3n. Can you follow? Can you follow? Minus, I know, plus, kasi +1 times -3, that's +3. Ayan. Tapos, combine like terms. 20 and +3 are both constants. So therefore, A sub n is equal to, we will always start with the ones with the variable, -3n. 20 plus 3, that's plus 23. And we got the same formula as Anne Maneja a while ago. Okay, that's it. That's by using the formula. Do you have any other questions? Show a reaction first. Show a reaction first as to the process indicated in our SLM. Let me see. It's okay to put negative reactions so that I would know if there are some of you who are having difficulties here. Maraming reactions sa Zoom. Please feel free to explore. Okay. So far, okay pa naman ang reactions ng mga classmates natin. If you will be asked, okay, there are so far two ways presented using the formula. Using the formula, and the other one is by using the mental way. Chat box. Open your chat box, please. What do you prefer to use? Using the formula or using the mental way? Okay nga, type in the chat box. Which do you find easier to use? Type in the chat box, please. Okay. May mental way, merong formula way. Okay, using the formula. Good. Sige. Okay, the formula way. Any of the two. Very good. Kapag any of the two, get silang pareho. Sir, mental way pag sure. Pag di na po kaya, formula na. Haha, that's correct. Very good. Very good. That's also good. Mental way because I'm lazy. Yeah, me too. Tinatamad ako mag-memorize ng formulas kaya mas gusto ko yung mental way na lang. Well, just like what I tell you, whichever process you want, as long as it's correct, no problem. Okay? Very good. And of course, kapag naman, if the pattern is multiplication, we will be using a different formula naman. And that formula is by using this. Here, this is the formula that we will use if the pattern is multiplication or division. Here. Ayan. This is what we will use. Sample. Sample, sample, sample. We have 2, 6, 18, etc. Ayan. No? Sige nga, what's the pattern used? What's the pattern used?
And answer, what is the common noun for
By
March?
3. What's that by 3? Multiplying by 3. Very good.
What's the
Times
common
3.
noun for March?
times 3. Okay, so our process is multiplication. So just the same process, identify the first term. That's 2. And this time, a while ago, that's common difference. This time naman, it's common ratio because we are multiplying or dividing. Common ratio. Okay, so the common ratio, R, is 3. Okay, and then just substitute. Let's have this. We have the formula, A sub n is equal to A sub 1 times R raised to n minus 1. Okay? So, again, A sub 1 and R lang ang ating gagawin. Okay? Okay? Just substitute. A sub n is equal to A sub 1 is 2. 2 times R is 3 raised to n minus 1. And that's it. That's the formula for your, that's the explicit form if the pattern is in multiplication or division. Okay? Let's try. A sub 1. A sub 1. Sige nga, would you like to try the first 3 terms? Substitute 1, 2, and 3. If you will end up with 2, 6, and 18. Pakitry nga.
12 months in a year. 1 is month. So it should be in a small letter. No? Next, biscuit.
Let's see if you will end up with the same answer.
Give me, what's your favorite? What's your favorite? Let's have job.
Sige nga, let's try.
Job. Cream o cookies. No?
Okay. May nakapag-try na ba? Show a thumbs up or any reaction if you already have tried and got the correct answer. Please try. Very good. Okay. Your classmates are now putting thumbs up, meaning they have tried it and it's correct.
Sian, what's your favorite movie? Patrol. Paw Patrol.
Okay.
Oh,
Very good. Ayan, dumarami nagka-try. Please try it.
like this. Toka.
Okay. So, it's already tried
Yes, capital
and
letter,
the
when
process
after
is
proper noun.
correct.
How
The
about
formula is
apale?
correct.
Apale,
Right?
Samuel.
So
Samuel.
let's just have some examples. A sub 1 is equal to 2 times 3 raised to 1 minus 1.
Samuel.
So that becomes 2 times 3 raised to 0. 3 raised to 0 is equal to 1. 2 times 1, that is 2.
For apale,
Check. Pasok.
powder,
Can you follow?
it's a place.
Next.
Specific place na. If it's a place, in particular.
Let's have the second term. A sub 2 is equal to 2 times 3 raised to 2 minus 1. That becomes 2 times 3 raised to 1. 3 raised to 1 is 3 times 2. That is 6. Pasok. Okay, and when you continue, you will also get number 18. Okay? Do you have any question? Show any reaction from the chat box or from the reaction bar based on how are you so far performing in our lesson. Very good. I need reaction of all our classmates. Feel free to show negative reactions if there are misconceptions. Very good. Finally. Thank you, Lord. Okay. That's it.